Hey, what is up, everybody? I hope you're having an awesome day today. I got a text message from somebody who is applying for the California Private Investigator exam. I'm not going to disclose his name, but he sent me this text. And by the way, if you send me a text or an email, the ETA, the estimated time of arrival, could possibly be never, or a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm extremely busy. And I have a full-time job, and I have a part-time job teaching at the college, and then updating my books and promoting them takes a lot of time as well. So I apologize if I am not able to get to you right away, or even within a reasonable amount of time. And also, because BSIS, the Bureau of Security Investigative Services, takes forever to answer a phone call, I get a lot of that traffic to me, and I'm a one-man show. I can't be answering all these questions, and a lot of these questions are already answered on the frequently asked question page with BSIS, and you can also send them email. But for all the questions, or a lot of the questions that you have to get redirected to me, it's unfair to me. Okay, it's unfair. I don't get compensated for that. And I take a lot of the workload from BSIS. So what I try to do is I create videos so that I'm able to answer many of your questions. So here's this question here. I had a gentleman send one passport photo instead of two via the online system, the BREEZE system, B-R-E-E-Z-E system for his private investigator application. He sent one photo instead of two. The directions tell you two. Now, I really don't think it matters, but you always want to follow the directions. And I don't think it matters because it's sent electronically, they can just make another copy. But of course, I don't work for BSIS. I don't represent them. And if they say two, you got to send two. But in my opinion, I think one would be fine. So this is what he says. Hey, Sean, I called BSIS like you advised regarding my other passport photo that I did not submit with my application. Someone from Consumer Affairs answered. Now, Consumer Affairs is the mother of BSIS. They regulate BSIS. Okay, so BSIS is just a little kid. It's the son, daughter of Consumer Affairs, if you want to put it into that perspective. So someone from Consumer Affairs answered and said that BSIS is not taking phone calls at this time. Let me repeat that. BSIS is not taking phone calls at this time. As of the airing of this video, it's February 10th, 2021. Okay. So the guy from Consumer Affairs, he advised me to email my questions to BSIS at dca.ca.gov. I did send an email, and I got back an automatic reply that contains frequently asked questions. And that's all I have. So I saw the email or the text with the frequently asked questions, and it looks like it answered most of the frequently asked questions, but this gentleman had a specific question. And I think for BSIS to not even answer their phone is ridiculous. This is absolutely not acceptable. He has a specific questions. A lot of us forward our fees to BSIS, our licensing fees, and with the licensing fees, you're supposed to be able to pay for staff. But for BSIS to not even answer the phone, not be able to answer the phone due to manpower shortage, and to just give them an automatic reply email is unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable. I did a video based on the BSIS meeting, BSIS committee meeting that they had in late February. I think it's February 26, 2021. And I mentioned that a lot of the firearm permit appeals, remember in California, you have to take a psychological exam for the firearm permit, and a lot of people are appealing, okay? I think it was, I mentioned about 15 to 18% are appealing, okay? And I believe in the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. That amendment was fought in blood. The amendment says nothing about taking a psychological exam. So what ends up happening is BSIS stated that they're taking a budget crunch because of all the appeals. It's taking their resources away. But I don't believe that because people have a right to appeal, you redirect some of that budget to the appeal. I don't think that most of the budget or a lot of the budget should go there. And I don't believe that so much of the budget should go there that you don't even have enough manpower to answer a simple phone call from someone who's just trying to get a license. And it's not like that you can get a license with some other BSIS or some other regulatory agency in California. No, you're stuck with BSIS. This is unacceptable. What's also unacceptable is for many of you guys, I'm talking to you guys that complain about BSIS, who say nothing when you have an opportunity to do so. I mentioned in my on the February 2021 agenda critique. Well, right before that, I even said, hey, you have an opportunity to go on the webinar and voice your opinions. You can make public comments on any topics that are discussed, and when a topic is not discussed, towards the end, you can make general public comments. You just have to request beforehand. You can even remain anonymous, but none of you guys even made any request to say anything. We're all standing out there like a bunch of sheep, waiting for the wolves to devour us, and that's what's happening. We're allowing government to do that to us, to the point where they're not even able to answer the phone. Now, I'll tell you one thing. If you make some type of error, like I don't know, maybe you forget to put your patches on your officers, or you operate in a name that's different than the name that BSIS gave you, maybe you add another word or something like that, they're quick to prosecute you, and they're quick to send a government prosecutor, somebody that worked for the Department of Consumer Affairs, a licensed attorney that gets paid well over $120,000 to prosecute you. Okay, to send you to trial. They have the resources for that, but they don't have the resources to answer a simple phone call. You know, that simple phone call that they answer can mean a difference between somebody obeying or disobeying the Business and Professions Code, all because a simple answer that may be a regulatory question that only BSIS can answer could have been answered, but yet they choose not to even man their post, so to speak. So they don't answer. They have Department of Consumer Affairs answer. And some more of the text message communication I got was that this person that represents Department of Consumer Affairs and actually also represents BSIS, they had boilerplate answers to a lot of the questions, which makes this applicant wonder whether they're just reading from a list of frequently asked questions. Okay, and there came a point where this person said, I can't answer your question. Email BSIS. He emails BSIS and he gets a list of frequently asked questions, a question that wasn't even answered. That's totally unacceptable. Why does this keep going on? Because you guys vote for people that have no business being in office. Okay? Does it matter whether Joe Biden or Kamala Harris are the president, vice president of the United States? Does it have any effect on you as a private security officer or private investigator? Well, maybe not. Okay, now I personally did not vote for those two because they are against the Second Amendment. And anybody that's against the Second Amendment is not my friend. Instead, what you ought to be concentrating are the locals, your local representatives, assemblymen, assemblywomen, your state senators. You have to concentrate on those people because the ones that are in office are making decisions that's against what you do as a private security officer and a private investigator. If you would like to disagree and point me in the right direction to an assemblyman or woman or a state senator that writes bills that are in favor of the private security industry or private investigating industry, please let me know, and I might change my mind. I will probably change my mind. But most of you guys out there, especially in California, when you see the words, the title Democrat, you vote along party lines and you don't vote based on the character and the past history of the candidate, and that's an issue. This is why we have these problems. We have manpower shortages because our resources are being allocated to now fighting for people who are justifiably making these firearm permit appeals. Okay, they have a right to do that. And this is the crazy thing. They're allowed to reapply, but again, I believe, based on my research, that it's the day after their appeal is lost. So if you fight your appeal for 8 or 9 months, you're basically waiting, potentially, you got to wait a year after the 9-month period is ended, after the last day of your appeal, and then the whole 12-month period starts all over. So if you want to appeal before then you have to drop your appeal. I'm sorry, if you want to reapply for your firearm permit, exposed firearm permit, you have to drop your appeal. You have to drop your rights. Does that make any sense? Doesn't to me. Okay? You guys keep voting for these people. And again, on this channel, I try to be as neutral as possible. There's other channels out there that they don't want to touch politics, but I will not hide behind a tree scared because I'm going to scare off some viewers because I talk about politics, because it's all about politics. When your livelihood as a private investigator or a private security officer is being compromised. Okay? It's about your livelihood, and that's why I get into politics. Show me a Democrat who is in support of the private security industry and private security guard industry, and please let me know in the comment section below, and I will definitely praise this person. Every time I make this comment, I get nobody. And I can't really praise Republicans because they're not in control over the California state legislator. So I can't even put them on a pedestal if I wanted to. Okay, you guys, I hope this helps. You understand that you might not get an answer back with BSIS. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can, but remember, I don't, on all of my channels, on all of my videos, on any of my videos, you could comment. You could comment on ones that are 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and I get notified that you made a comment, and I will respond to you, okay? I still need to respond to about 3 or 4 other comments, but eventually I don't forget and I get back to you. If I do forget, let me know in another video that I forgot to answer a comment. I have about a 1 to 2 month delay with answering some specific questions, but eventually I will promise to get back to you guys. Okay. My suggestion to you is read the Business Professions Code. You got to really read the frequently asked questions on the BSIS website. Sometimes they are helpful because these questions are developed based on numerous questions and answers that are provided to consumers of these licenses. So really read the questions before seeking some advice elsewhere. Okay, you guys be safe, take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe. If you don't like what I gotta say, find another channel. I don't want you on the channel anyways. You guys all take care.